Hi, this is Margaret with Mobile Desktop, and today we're going to look at the button editor in Premiere Pro. So over here on the bottom of your program monitor is where you find the button editor. And any of these items here can just simply be dragged down into this menu port over here. I'm going to drag down a few of my favorites. These are the defaults that come with it, and I'll just drag down a few that are the most common to use. Okay, so let's looking at the defaults first. This is just adding a marker. This is mark in, move your playhead, mark out, go to in, go to out. This is back frame by frame. This is forward frame by frame. This is play. And over here you have something called lift or semicolon. This will delete anything that has an in and out point. Anywhere there's an in and out point, it'll delete it and leave a gap. This will delete it and close the gap. Extract will delete it and close the gap anywhere there's an in and out point. Over here you have safe margins. Safe margins are actually real. It seems like, oh, is that true? It is true. The inner margin is for text. The outer margin is for action. And your text should really be here. Maybe the little g can go fall beneath the line, but this is actually true for projection more than for exporting for the web. And it's very true for projection a lot of the time. Then you have this outer box here. That's for action. You want to make sure that any kind of significant action is within this outer line. This is called action safe. Have these brackets. These little brackets on the side are there to use as guides to make sure that you're completely balanced in the frame. Your essential graphic panels, you also have align and transform. You have your horizontal and vertical centering right over here. So that's also helpful. If you don't want to keep something in your menu, just drag it up. Drag it right back up. Here's export frame, this little camera. I've looked at this in another video, but here it is, import into project. Anywhere your playhead is, you have the ability of creating a still, which is enormously useful. So you want this in your movie, you could just have a still right here that falls into your film. If you want to export it for advertising purposes, and you have some options here, you would just uncheck import into project. Here's toggle multicam view. This is for multicam editing, which is something that is a whole lesson unto itself, which I plan to do. Just so you know, this is what it looks like, 4 little TVs and a large TV. Here is toggle proxies. Proxies are the ability to edit with footage that isn't the highest quality that you shot on. For example, you shot your film on 6K, you would be able to create a proxy that's ProRes 422 or any type of lower res. And if this is on, you are editing with that ProRes footage, not your 6K. If it's off, you're editing with your 6K. So this is what this looks like a little recycling symbol. This here is comparison view. Comparison view is interesting because it allows you to check the lighting of all your clips. Let me just click on this and say comparison view. So this here is all your movies. You can move forward, you can go backwards with these arrows, and it allows you to compare lighting and color. If I were in the color panel, workspace, color, comparison view is found under color wheels and match. And if I were right now to say apply match, here's my play. This clip, I would apply the lighting of this clip on the left to the clip on the right, wherever the playhead is. So if I want to match this lighting to this lighting, I would say apply match. You can see what's happened there. It became quite different actually. There's a lot of blue tones I wouldn't have expected, But that's how this read, the comparison between these two clips. You could change your mind and say, maybe I'd rather this clip. Let's say apply match. Maybe that's a little better. Face detection is a good thing to keep on. Face detection is a good option to keep on if you do have any kind of skin going, and that's a good option. So here you have further adjustments you can make. I forgot loop. Let me add loop to this. So loop playback. Anywhere there's an in and out point, it's going to play back a loop. So I could just click right here, keep that on, and if I play spacebar, it's going to keep looping. So this could be very handy. By the way, to clear an in and out point. When you're finished with these, you could say reset to save layout, or you could drag these back up if you want if you want to keep maybe the camera. That's very useful. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson on the button editor in Premiere Pro. This has been Margaret with Noble Desktop.